What up? Let's get to it. So I got to come talk about Brian Flores, his recent presser, actually him and Kevin O'Connell. To me, it went great. Good energy, good positive vibes, heavy from him and O'Connell. Looked like they could be a dynamic duo, right? Heavy. They feed off each other. You can tell they vibe well, etc. They respect each other, dig me? Respect each other's work ethic, journey, etc. That's what it's about, man. Both aggressive. Offensive side, Kevin O'Connell, aggressiveness, love it. Made some mistakes, but he learned from it. And bottom line was, he was playing to win. Dig me, heavy. Brian Flores, very aggressive minded. Even said it in his interview, right? Naturally aggressive by nature. Dig me, heavy. We're talking defense, blitzing. But he's a former head coach, so he knows the whole team as well, how to manage a team. Now he only has to manage the defense. Okay, man, great things will happen. Heavy. Dig me? Let's get to it, man. But we're going to get into the presser. Me give my thoughts, my opinions. Let's get right into it, man. So Brian Flores, first of all, got his weight up heavy. That man got his weight up, don't he? Look like he can get on the field right now. What up? Put the work in, heavy, man. But that's a good sign from a coach, you know. And he mentioned in his presser, you know, he wanted to be an example, lead by example. You dig me? He wants the players to see what type of guy he is, the work he will put in. And his main thing is making others better everywhere he goes, whoever he's around, right? Players, coaches, etc., family, friends. Great message, man. Great energy, dog, heavy. Wanting to make other people better, right? Not only himself, others as well, man. That's what it's about. Seems like a good human, right? Good human being. Heavy. Like a good guy, dog. Great leader of men. But I'm sure he means business. Heavy. But I'm glad he's aggressive by nature. Let's get into it, man. Number 2, he said, it's an exciting time for him and his family, right? That's very important as well, right? That his family likes the place, likes the environment. He said really it was the main decision, right? Has 3 kids. His sons love JJ Jettas. He said everybody was hitting the gritty in his house. So Minnesota was the main, destination, at least by the way he was putting it, right? But see, that's the thing. He had opportunities. He could have been a head coach. You can't forget that part of it. Yeah, he could have coached for the Cardinals, man. Come on, man. You think if he wouldn't have withdrew himself out of the race, who you think really would have been the Cardinals head coach, man? Maybe, maybe not. But he took himself out of the equation to come to the Vikings. Don't forget that, heavy. So it's something there. He accepted the challenge, like I said in previous videos. He accepted the smoke, heavy. Didn't run from it, dog. Other ones did. But Brian Flores, I think he really wants to show how great he is. Prove his greatness, right? Prove that he's one of the best. Not necessarily meaning just to get him a job or opportunity at being a head coach. No. He could really just want to be the best. See what he really can do, what he's capable of as a coach. Let's get back into this, man. He said he felt the connection and camaraderie, right? It's a great opportunity for growth. Like I've said before, it's not always about the money, man. Heavy. Sometimes it's bigger than that for some people. Not everyone is just about the guapino, the bread, heavy, dig me. Some people, it's bigger than that to them. It's about legacy, greatness, winning, feeling, energy, etc. Good people, being surrounded by good vibes, good energy, dig me. Everyone on the same accord, trying to reach the same ultimate goal, Super Bowl, as far as the football aspect of it, right? But camaraderie, man. Something that's rare to find, not easy to find nor create, dig me. Especially in a locker room full of men, different egos, different characteristics, personalities, dealing with each other on a daily basis. So camaraderie just doesn't come easy. It's not that simple, heavy. It's something you have to work towards. as a unit, as a team, collaboration. And that's a big plus, a great sign. Kevin O'Connell brung that in year one, dig me? Don't forget that. Yeah, we're going to talk about O'Connell a little bit. In 1 year, he flipped that around. As far as energy, positivity, right? Chemistry, love, man, brotherhood, family, etc. Building relationships, bonds, man, making guys feel close. It permeated through the building, right? Through every personality in there, heavy. Every player, man, felt it. They've all spoken about it. They all speak about it. Every presser, interview, etc. So forget everything else, man. That may have been the most important part to get corrected, to fix, right? And O'Connell did it quickly and swiftly. Quasi, other people included, etc. Now they got to get the coaches and personnel. Now the other tasks come in. Getting better on that football field, dig me? Bottom line, he said he has a lot to learn from Quasi and O'Connell, a lot he can learn. He talked about their knowledge of the game, right? Certain things they did differently, right? Wanting to be great, setting a good example. So he wants to pick up some game from them, different tricks from them, right? Lessons, you dig me? Knowledge, info, etc. Man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron. That's what it's about. So of course he can learn from them. He will learn from them, right? Just different parts of the business, if anything, right? Not just football. Off the field, on the field. And I'm sure they will learn things from him. Heavy, could be a great team. Put egos aside. Focus in, zone in on the goal, the ultimate task at hand, period. But great observation from him. Understanding what he can get out of this opportunity, trying to take full advantage, man. Very key, very important. He's not just thinking about being a head coach, man. What did he say? I'm where my feet are, right? Heavy. He said he's where his feet are, man. He's focused on that moment, right? Not thinking about other stuff. Yes, opportunities can come, but they'll deal with that, handle that in the future. Whenever it happens, if it happens. But he might fall in love with Minnesota, right? Fall in love with the people, the players, right? The community, energy, atmosphere, man. You never know what happens. But I'm glad he's in the building, man. You can tell he's about no bullshit, but still brings the love. Wants guys to play with joy, aggressiveness, toughness, man. Heavy, that's what it's about. You can tell he cares, man. He's not just coming to compete, be there. He's coming to turn things around, man. Make real change. Lift that defense up, bring it up, man. Utilize his players. Help them reach their maximum potential, man. That's coaching. That's what it's about for real. Big SKOL here, man, heavy. Let me know how you feel. You agree, disagree. Let's get it. Feedback is much appreciated, no doubt. He was asked about the opportunity in Arizona. If he still had that opportunity, what happened with that situation? And like I said before, man, he could have had the job. You know, he said it. He said, yeah, he had the opportunity to take the job, etc., etc. You know the rest. Long story short, he turned it down. At the end of the day, what did he follow up with? He said he had went to church some weeks ago, couple weeks, etc. Said his preacher said a quote, right? You can have control or growth, but you can't have both. Dig me? And he said that was profound for him, right? Yeah, very profound. Said it hit him differently, made him think, basically. He thought about it, and he said the Vikings, point blank period, he felt like he could grow here. That it was an opportunity for growth, man, to get better, to improve. See, that shows you he's not caught up in his ego. He's not caught up in the bullshit, right? He really wants to be great, wants to win, and I'm sure he understands growth, meaning they can get him or mold him or develop him, or he can develop different traits and better traits and characteristics and learn more things about the game, but not only the game, the business side, the analytics, etc. Man sharpen man, iron sharpen iron once again, right? So he understands that he could get better in some ways. He could improve. He wasn't in his ego, oh, I'm a head coach, I'm taking a job, yeah. I can change any team, etc. Think he knows it all. He went with feeling, ultimately his gut, right? Gut feeling, something you should pay attention to. But that's even more of a good sign, man, heavy. But the opportunity was there. Don't forget it, man. He could have been a head coach, period. I'm sure he would have been the finalist for the coaching job at Arizona. But I believe he made the right decision. Heavy. Quasian O'Connell as well. Let's get it. He was asked what kind of defense he wants, right? Bottom line, man, he wants tough guys, guys having fun, fighting together. Selfless guys, right, who are not selfish. What else he say? Physical, of course. Versatile, meaning put a player in a different spot on the field or a different position, and they can adapt and they can contribute, cause confusion to the opponent. But he said the most major important thing is guys are having fun, man. Playing the game with joy, right? Heavy. That's very important. Gotta love the game you're playing, right? Gotta love what you're doing. Or you'll do it half-ass or won't do it good at all. Heavy. Yeah, football's supposed to be fun, right? Physical and aggressive, yes, but fun, man. Guys supposed to be having fun, enjoying the game. No matter the outcome, right? Yes, you want to win, but have fun, man. Win, lose, or draw. Heavy. That's what it's about. But he said at the end of the day, it's the coach's responsibility. Very key thing he said, to mold the guys, coach them up. Teach them the schemes, basically, yeah. Teach them their jobs, 100%, so it's no questions. Putting belief in them that they're ready. Not only that, he said something else, maximizing their potential, putting them in the right situations, man. Basically, knowing your personnel, studying your personnel, right? Understanding what type of players you have, and then putting them, inserting them into schemes, packages, etc., game plans that fits them best. So they can go out and play at a high level, week in, week out. That's what it's about. That's coaching. Something very key that he said, man. Can't forget it. So he understands as a coach, the job is on them to teach the player, mold, develop, etc. And he's ready for that. He also said the players are already in the building. Yeah. Oh, trust me, I'm sure he knows some of the personnel already, if not all of them. I'm talking about just knowing names, seeing them play the roster, etc. I'm sure he's done his research already. And if he wasn't interested, didn't believe the players were in the building, I'm sure he wouldn't have came. Or if he thought he had no talent, etc., nowhere to start, build from, etc., I'm sure he wouldn't have accepted the job or felt right about accepting the job. Because at the end of the day, you have to have some talent, something, right, to look forward to, that you can grow, bring change upon, make better, etc., man. And I'm sure he saw that in some players. Heavy. Got to have something, man. Some players got to have a starting point, dig me? And the Vikings have that. They have talent, young talent, older talent, etc. The offensive side of the ball, they're progressing. Defense, no, they got to catch up. That's what it's about, man. But Brian Flores accepting the challenge, wanting all the smoke, dig me? Heavy. Big skull here, man. He was asked about the personnel, what guys he likes, what guys he should keep around, etc. What will the players in his system look like? Of course, he can't just come out and say, oh, I don't like him, he got to go. You know what I'm saying? Got to keep it professional in those first pressers, right? That's the NFL, the business part of the game. But he basically said they will study the personnel, figure out the personnel, and go from there. Basically saying they'll figure out who they have, which guys can play, which guys he wants, can work with, what type of guys they want to go after in the draft, etc. And they'll go from there, man. But it's early in the process. But I love the fact that they said they will figure out the roster top to bottom. Each player, man. And putting them in the best position, best situation to win. Man, woo, let's go. SKOL. SKOL forever, man. Heavy. Him and Kevin O'Connell were asked about their aggressiveness, right? Basically, they said they think alike. Both are like-minded. Brian Flores basically said he feels like that's why it aligned how it has, period. But they think alike, man. Look at the game the same, dig me? Want the same outcome, want to be great, etc. But that aggressiveness, man, Kevin O'Connell, aggressive on offense. Brian Flores, aggressive on defense. It can sync well, man. They can mesh well. Dynamic duo, man, heavy. You can tell KOC is happy that he's in the building, man. He's happy with the hire. Was a very important hire, maybe the most important part of the offseason, but it's close. It's tied with personnel, bringing the right personnel in. But they aced the first test. On to the next one. No time to get comfortable, complacent. A crucial offseason for the squad, heavy, man. Let's get to it, man. He also said it's a method to his madness. Might not seem like it to the outside looking in, or from the outside looking in, right, to fans, etc., media, but he has a plan. Basically, he has an understanding, and he knows what the hell he's doing. Heavy. It's always a method to the madness with him, man. Love to hear that football talk, meaning disguises, pressure when expected or not expected. Man, different secrets of the game. He knows what he's doing. Let's get it, man. Very excited, period. He was asked about his ongoing lawsuit. Of course they would ask that, right? Try to put some drama in there, some views in there heavy. It is what it is. Media, dig me. Tough questions come with it. Part of the game. Respect it, understand it, but was that question necessary? Probably not. But he gave a good answer. He said it's still ongoing, not really going to talk about it. But basically, he's focused about Minnesota. He's focused on the task at hand. He's not thinking about the lawsuit. Period. So kind of a goofy question, but Brian Flores handled it well, answered it well. At the end of the day, he said he's focused on the Vikings. He's where his feet are, right? Makes a lot of sense, heavy. He also said he saw a lot of diversity in the building, meaning different type of people, right? Different personalities, race, characteristics, dig me, humans. But at the end of the day, it was all love, all good energy, positivity, man. That's what it's about. That vibe, that energy, that feeling. And he said he felt that permeated through everyone. Man, that's key, heavy. Once again, shout out Kwesi and O'Connell for bringing that in such little time, man. Getting that done. Very rare. Not easy to do, period. Especially not in that realm atmosphere. You dig me, heavy. A lot of emotions, characters, man, etc. Grown men getting paid guapino, heavy, to knock your head off. Yeah, man, so shout out, respect, Kwesi O'Connell, man. Great leader of men. So great first press conference from Brian Flores, man. I feel he did a great job. Well-spoken, good energy, positivity, man. Seems like a good guy, good human being, but firm as well, real, solid, heavy, and takes no BS. But definitely feels like he knows what he's doing. Get a good vibe and energy from him, man, no doubt. I think it's a great hire by the Vikings. But at the end of the day, like he said in his presser, he wants to teach people, man, make the people around him better, coaches, players, etc., even his family, kids, friends, etc., man. But a guy like that, with that type of mental, right, who wants to help, wants to see people succeed, heavy, do their best, heavy, and be a good influence on someone. Leave a situation better than it was when you arrived, right? Or leave a situation in a good place. Dig me? With peace, good feelings, no hard feelings, heavy. Good energy, positive vibes, relationships that will last forever, right? A long time. That's what it's about. A lot of people don't care, period. Yeah, a lot of people don't care about how they leave a situation or a relationship, etc., in any different realm, any aspect of life, man. Yeah, a lot of people could give a damn how they leave a situation. Heavy. Coaches, regular civilians, whoever, man. Across the board, dig me? Big skull head. So it seems like he's focused. He's not worried about being a head coach, as he said numerous times in the presser. He said he's in Minnesota. He's happy. He's where his feet are, man. Period. So glad Brian Flores is in the building, man. So glad he chose to be a Viking. So glad the Vikings chose to hire that man. Let's get to it, man. Once again, off-season test number 1. Ace passed. Passed it with flying colors, heavy. Shout out to the Minnesota Vikings, man. Great move. Now they got to keep it going. Stay focused. Not even nowhere near over, right? Just getting started, man. But Brian Flores, man. Welcome to the Vikings. Glad he's in the building, man. Heavy. Let me know how you feel about Brian Flores in the comments, man. You happy? You mad? What? Let's get real deal heavy, man. Big SKOL here. Shout out all my big dogs, my subscribers, supporters. You are much appreciated for life. Don't forget it. Heavy. SKOL Nation, man. SKOL forever. Oh, me. Oh, me. I ain't got no picture, you hear me? SKOL like that. Heavy.